Listen,
what I mean?
I enjoyed it.
I know you did, because you're a mean person. You're a mean person.
We'll share Justin Bieber with you. We're not sharing hockey.
You can go into the numbers. You can
Do you
look
have a
at
problem?
closing.
Do you have a problem, or we?
I did.
Oh,
I
but
did.
we're okay
but
now.
It's handled. It's handled.
You got to realize when he called 1-800-GAMBLER, I answered the phone.
Coming up on a Get Loud podcast, we will recap the United States dominating hockey on the men's and the women's side. We did also. We're going to bring in Logan.
The second best scout we got in amongst the show.
Yeah, and we're going to have Cutwater Confessions, and you're going to end the show with a little inspiration. Welcome inside the Big Bear AI Command Center studio. It is the Get Loud podcast presented by SeatGeek, the official primary ticketing partner of the Washington Commanders. Find tickets to Commanders games and more at SeatGeek.
Feel good to be back home.
It feels good to be
back.
back.
Feel good to be. Hell of a shirt, by the way, brother.
Oh, I'm going country today.
And I feel
that
like
burnt orange.
That's 100% Downey man right there. I want to wipe the floor when you came in. It wasn't even nothing spilled on.
This is absorbent.
No, it like people don't understand when we wear those and you're wearing it incorrect. You know that, right?
I am?
It's not tucked in. See, if you was wearing it the way the Southerners wear it, buckle.
Oh, I used to do that.
I'm finna say now, you shaming the South right now. No, it's just a Southern thing, you know. When I see now, like, yeah, he's off right there. Little Randy Travis right there, but he's off a tad bit.
How you doing, man?
Man, I'm so good, man. I got a chance to go to Mississippi, man. Ain't been in a while. 70-degree weather. So you got to realize we left snow.
Okay.
To hit 70-degree weather, and guess what? You getting married, but my auntie got married this weekend.
Oh, how's that?
So I went to her wedding. And, you know, of course, they always want me to say something. And let me paint this picture for you.
Please.
All right. It's a Mississippi wedding. Enough said.
Right.
All right. Second of all, my aunt is her first time getting married. Congratulations to my auntie Virgin. 65 years old. Her husband, she was married 70 years old. Wow. So as I sat there and watched them up there taking their vows, and they said, we want you to cheers us. And I'm like, what am I going to say? Because you know my mouth. And then I thought about it. I was like, y'all just enjoy the rest of the time y'all got together. Don't worry about how much the time it is. Because my new Uncle John Henry, which that's his name.
Okay. Is it really?
His name is John Henry. He's 70 years old.
Wow.
My new Uncle John, he can barely hold his head up. So I was like, this wedding right here, congratulations. Love has no age. Love has no age.
It doesn't. You know what? I love old names. Like my grandfather.
Yeah.
Do you know what his name was?
Jebediah.
Buell Maurice Atchley. B.M. Atchley.
Say the first name. Buell.
B-U-E-L. People called him Red.
I
go by Red, too.
Yeah, because nobody called him Buell.
Right.
Like
Buell.
It's certain names we have to let them, it's over with.
They got to like die out.
No, this is how you can do it. If you want to name somebody after your grandma, and your grandma name happened to be Gertrude, you can't name your child that first name. You can put that middle name.
Right.
To pay homage to the past. But some names we have to let die. All right? And I know Frederick is an old name.
It's kind of classic, though.
It's
You don't think so?
classy. It's classy, but it just doesn't do it in the 2020s. It's just Frederick. When I say Fred to people, they look and they expect for me to be 70 years old. But no, man. And then the funny part, my daddy is the family preacher.
Okay.
So, of course, my daddy was the
I
head of
always love
ceremonies.
that your dad's a preacher.
Yeah, so he's the head of ceremonies.
Okay.
So, of course, the next day I went just chill with him, kicked it at his house. My daddy, to be a preacher, has a very good sense of humor.
Oh, yeah?
Most definitely. He has a great, great sense of humor. Like, he's an idiot. I love him to death. So I had a very uplifting time.
Guys, give us a call, 703-726-7419. Please like the video and subscribe to the Commanders YouTube channel. Also, you can email us if you want to. It's easy. WashingtonGetLoud@gmail.com. We are going to talk draft. We got Logan coming in here soon.
Yes.
Man of Steel.
Hey, the best draft guru in the building.
Yeah.
You know? They sending the wrong man. They sending the wrong man.
Is he going to the combine?
He's going to the combine.
Oh, my God.
They send him every year. He walks around there with his pen in his ear.
Like right over his ear.
Measuring guys up. You know, all kinds of stuff.
I really expected him to be faster.
Then he comes back here and loses the draft battle to me yearly.
What is it going to take for them to send you instead?
It's common sense.
Common sense.
Like my grandma always told me
Common
this.
sense.
No, my grandma always told me this. If common sense was common, this would be a better place.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, you would think they would send the number 1 guy. They send the number 2 guy. It's one of them things, man.
I get to back up some experience.
And what time do you send the vice president? At no time. You send the dude. I'm just saying, man.
Before we get to the draft, we'll talk about it ourselves, but we have to talk about USA hockey, the women and the men.
Did it.
Unbelievable.
We did it. Finally.
Terrible.
You're talking about decades of despair. You talking
46 years.
First of all, let's be honest. Americans, we don't like to say we're not good at stuff. Hockey and soccer has been our Achilles heel.
Yeah.
We have not been able to compete with the rest of the world.
The women have
Our
been really
women's-
good for a long
our
time.
women's soccer
Yeah,
team.
the women have been
the
great.
women has held
Yes,
us up.
they have.
Yeah.
They have.
But everything else, we dominate. We dominate everything.
Mhm.
Those 2 things, Canada said, you know what? We'll share Drake with you, but we're not sharing hockey. All right? We'll share Justin Bieber with you. We're not sharing hockey. We will share the weekend with you. Not hockey. Ryan Reynolds, one of my favorite actors.
Okay.
Canada shares him with us. Right? Not
Did not anticipate us
hockey.
going down a Ryan Reynolds road.
No. I love me some Ryan Reynolds. Hockey, though. They held that up.
Yeah.
That's their thing. That's it. Maple syrup, hockey.
Oh, this is a long time ago. I went to Vancouver, and all they have is a Canucks, right? And
Yeah.
I remember very vividly, I was in a bar and just like kind of having a dinner, but there was some drinks, and all of a sudden, like the door opens, and all these people start filtering it, dressed to the nines. It's like a Wednesday. I'm like, what is going on? It was a Canucks game.
Yeah.
Because it was the event in town.
Yes.
It's like, hey, Canucks are playing tonight.
Listen, I understand. That American pride came out. We did it because we can say we did it.
Yeah.
We finally did it. We finally beat the villains up north in their game.
Mm-hmm.
Their game. And as young as our hockey team is, this is only the beginning.
Well, and it wasn't like a game we were supposed to win. We were
No.
talking about this, like Canada had like 40 shots on goal, and we only had 25.
Yeah.
We
Hellebuck
outgoaled
stopped
10.
40 of 41.
I'm gonna say we
I think.
outgoaled
I mean-
10.
And he had that one save, which will go
MVP.
down in history.
In
with the
history.
paddle. Unbelievable.
That's what it was. We beat them at their own game. We had a bad. Hey, our guys just played better. Right? When I watch that game, and one thing I always tell people too, because I get caught up in it, TV does hockey no justice.
That's exactly right.
Hockey, if you go to a hockey game in person, you will be blown away. Number one, how big they are.
I was going to say, the speed's one thing, but then you realize how physical
Go they are. Number
Yes.
two, you realize how quick they sub. You can't see that unless you're at the game.
Mhm.
And people don't understand these halftime breaks they have, these 2 halftime breaks they have. So I just think it's one of the things, like, I was never in love with hockey until I watched it when I was here as a rookie. I went to a Caps game.
Okay.
And I fell in love instantly. Did it help that they had Ovechkin playing?
Yeah.
So, that did help. But it just was, it was a different experience. And then I sat on the ice, face right there on the ice.
Oh.
Ain't nothing like seeing a hockey player get checked. You want to talk about full emotion? Stop against that glass? Different. USA, we did it. Now, big question, can we do it in soccer?
That is going to be
in LA, ain't it?
Yeah. I mean, women's soccer, sure. I mean, the women are fantastic.
But you're just not going to give us a chance in men's.
I mean, there's always a chance, and I know they've gone. I believe I'm not the most up to date on men's soccer. I believe they have a new coach, or they have got one of the
We
past
get
year
a
and a half
new
or so.
coach
I know.
every
and they have
4
performed better, but ultimately we lag the rest of the world on the men's side.
No, I'm just sorry. Like, it's one of those sports. It's a suburban sport.
Yeah.
That's what it is right now. Could it be? Let's give us Americans a chance to say, let us have a talk. Could it be that we have so many sports
yes,
compared to them having one singular sport?
1,000%.
You think that's what's the cause of it?
Yeah, I mean, look at Spain, for example,
Yeah.
right? I mean, there's some Spanish basketball teams, sure. They don't have an NFL team, obviously.
Yeah.
They don't play baseball.
Cricket and polo.
Right, it's soccer.
It's soccer. Yeah, you're right about that because they have a singular focus on a singular sport.
Right.
I think it's held to what we do with football. We look at the United States as a football country, right?
And it is. It's the NFL dominates.
Yes, it dominates every sport. No
Right.
sports has a chance with it. So yeah, we are like singular focus on football. They are singular focuses on universal football.
And also, too, it's when the country does well in soccer, for example. Like in the States, it's, the soccer fans here, maybe some residual fans.
Yeah.
We'll hop on board. We'll get excited. We want our country to do well.
Yeah.
When that country, like Spain, Brazil, whatever, when their country is participating, it's the whole. It's
country
not
has
like
stopped.
everyone.
Everybody stops.
Yes, exactly.
This is the only thing that matters.
Right.
Yes, I totally understand. So maybe that's why we're lacking. We got too many sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I am a curling champion 6 years in a row.
Wait, what?
Curling. We was asked in the office, have we did any Winter Olympic sports?
Okay.
And I said, yes. I'm a former curler. I won Sweeper of the Year 6 years in a row. I used to be the tosser.
Sweeper of the
You know how when the
I won
He's
Sweeper.
so
Is that a thing?
listen, you know
For
when
the
somebody
sixth consecutive year.
He's like,
You know,
yeah, my
the
time in
Sweeper
Minnesota.
of the year.
you know
All
when
right.
somebody when the curler lets you go.
Yeah.
Ah,
Turn that into a gift, please.
listen.
Lord help us.
One of the best. Come on, man. You know how much I had to sweep growing up in my mama's house.
So
Every
it wasn't
morning,
curling, it was just sweeping, like cleaning.
I was the sweeper at first before I became the curler, and they understood that my sweeper skills was so like top notch. They wanted me to get a curling a chance, and then they realized I had that soft touch, that Steph Curry. All right, so it's different.
You didn't cheat like the Canadians, right?
Listen,
Where they
if-
let it go and then touch it with the index
with
finger.
the finger.
Yeah, the finger, just to guide it.
They called that the kiss of death. All right? See, once you're in the sport, you're in the sport.
Yeah.
All right? Curling. Now, I can tell you one that I really wanted to try. I haven't tried it because I haven't found a team yet, plus Bluefoot then got too big. He can't fit in it. All right? I wanted to start a bobsled team. With
You'd actually be very good at
with
bob.
with ex-NFL athletes.
Yeah. Didn't Herschel Walker do that a long time ago?
Yeah,
He
I
wasn't
won't-
great.
Yeah, I
but-
won't talk about it.
yeah,
But what I'm saying is, an ex-team with my guys, my old DBs, me, Sean Springs, D'Angelo Hall, Carlos Rogers.
if you guys committed to doing it,
Yeah, all we needed Blue to lose about what, 40?
he's got 4 years.
No, we can't be pushing him. Because I got to be the last to jump in there. I got to be the last to jump in. If you had to pick one Winter Olympics that you could win, like give yourself something that you could actually say, you know what, I can compete with the other 1% of the world in.
Ski
you
jumping.
notice most of my stuff is team oriented.
Ski jumping.
What?
Ski jumping.
You don't even look like a skier. Your hair is too.
I can ski. I've been skiing 3 times my. Well, here's the thing. When I grew up, believe it or not, I grew up water skiing, right?
Yeah, of course.
Which is different.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. A lot of it is about balance. It's different, but as long as your
You
core
keep-
is balanced.
yeah.
It's about balance. So when I went snow skiing for the first time, and I was skiing after a couple days. I'm like, all right, I'm doing this.
But that jump is something different.
It is, but I have the balance, right? All I got to do is
No, they get like this. All right, they get level to the skis.
You gotta- right.
You don't have that flexibility at your age, G.
Yes, I do.
You
I
don't.
stretch every day.
Is it yoga? What are you?
But
Pilates?
think about it. If you're talking about of all the Winter Olympic sports, if you're asking me the one to be, I mean, maybe curling, right? That'd probably be easy.
Don't be just throwing
You don't
yourself
think-
over here.
You don't think like slalom? Like I think about slalom skiing between the gates. Like I think I could do that. It's just the rate of speed you have to be comfortable going.
That's
You from Colorado. If we got any hope, it's you.
You definitely ski,
Appreciate
right,
that.
Anna?
Yes.
Yes.
I do. I was gonna say if I were to do it, I feel like it would be slalom or this is the one thing I would do. I'd be able to do the moguls one. Okay. You just the problem is the backflips, and I'm like if I had enough time to prepare, I think I could do the backflips on skis. Like I don't think.
Well,
that'd be-
after watching Will Ferrell, I think I could do the ice skating.
on Blades of Glory, that's like the.
Blaze of Glory. Like, anything with Will Ferrell in it, you got my attention. But all I'm saying is, I think Anna could ski.
I think that's the best.
Do you do moguls?
I can do moguls. I just don't love them on my knees.
Those are just, they're brutal.
But I think if you get your knees and like you're strong enough, it's not that bad. You just send it. and you just are like Jello down.
I want the fans to call in and tell us if you had one choice of Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
What would be the fans' choice?
And what would be your strategy if you had to
my
choose your
strategy in
event?
curling is just sweep, baby. Sweep, 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 sweep. Like Al Davis say, just sweep, baby.
Just sweep, baby.
Listen, I told you, man, Saturday morning, my mama playing that Al Green, that Luther Vandross, that Anita Baker, and I'm just sweeping the whole house. All right? And that's how I got good at sweeping.
You work out, Smoot? Nah, I just sweep.
I just sweep.
Bro.
Listen, just sweep, man. And when I worked at a movie theater when I was in high school, what I used to do all the time, sweep.
Oh, you worked in a movie theater?
That was my high school job.
Okay.
Best job of all time.
Really?
Because they did it around my sports schedule. So I was allowed to just stay late at night as I wanted to. I was an usher. I did everything. Best job in the world for a high school sports player. Because of the hours you can work. And on the weekends, you can work doubles.
Yeah.
So that's what I was doing. Plus, it was hooked to a mall. Now you got the barter and tickets for Jordans, all kinds of stuff. It was great.
I was a radio DJ. I did that for a couple years.
You look like a DJ.
I did that.
What?
Country music DJ.
I'm finna say, what genre of music was your
Country
DJ?
music.
I thought you was a gospel DJ. DJ Halo.
I was. My first job.
Nah, come on. I just threw that out there,
No.
man.
My first job, I swear to God, it was 8th grade. I don't know how I got this job. And there was an AM station in town. And they gave me the keys to the station.
What?
So
You was how?
I was in 8th grade.
My
No
God,
way.
man.
How do you even get
How did
could
you get
walk?
there? Did you ride a horse?
You can't drive.
Believe it or not, I would get on my bike every Sunday morning. I would ride my bike down a dirt road, which wasn't far from my house. I would unlock the station, turn on the transmitter, rip the Associated Press wire copy so I could read the weather, and I played gospel music records for 6 hours. Is the Michael Jenkins Sunday morning gospel show.
You
No
are the one
way.
that,
I swear to God.
if you did that at 8th grade, you are the one the Lord chose.
I
you
did
the one.
And then I got lucky, and they were like, "Oh, this kid's getting all right. We'll put him on the FM side. Let him do some country music." I swear to God.
So basically, I'm over here sitting and never knew that my co-hosting is a media prodigy. Because if you was doing this in 8th grade,
I was.
You are basically born in it.
It's all I always tell people. I'm like, I don't know how to do anything else. I've never done anything else.
You are a media prodigy.
It's weird.
You are God's gift to me. I'm just saying, man.
Oh man,
I just didn't know that
it was the best job in the world. Just imagine if you're a kid and you're like, I get to talk on the radio.
First of all, you had a job at 8 years old.
And play music?
What country did you live in? Like,
that was great.
This is unbelievable.
I can't believe they gave me the keys to the station. That was wild.
An 8th grader.
Yeah.
It ain't too many people at the South. We do start working early as kids, right?
But you know, it's like when I was in church and they'd have all these Sunday school plays.
Yeah.
Like, who's going to be the narrator? That guy right there.
Yeah.
He's the narrator. I was always the narrator.
Because you was born in it.
Yeah, really. Just perfect timing. Look who's here.
Yeah, let's just
We
take
said
a
we're going
break.
to talk draft, and Logan is here.
Dude, I love the new background set
It's
stuff you
amazing,
got.
right?
Yeah, I know. Like this little picture, is this it? This is great.
Yeah.
I love that. Did you guys do like a photo shoot or did they AI that?
No, we did. You remember when we did
did
the
a photo
team
shoot.
photo shoot?
No, that's from that.
That's from that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's when all of us was in there doing some
I
stuff.
love
Like,
that.
let's take some fun ones, and we did that. And
It's great. It's perfect.
Yeah,
Also,
graphics
I
team.
like that one over there behind you, Jenks. The one of you doing the weather or something.
Oh God, that's from Redskins Seahawks playoff game in like 2005. That was me outside the stadium in Seattle.
Fred, were you on the team then?
No, I was there for the 2008 playoff game.
Okay.
When we played them.
I always get. We
I was
played,
in
we played
Minnesota.
Seattle a lot, huh?
I was in.
Yeah.
No, we only played Seattle or Tampa.
playoffs.
Yeah, we only played 2 teams. Like them are the 2 teams. So
We should build our roster to beat those guys, probably.
yeah, we should. So I hear that you're going to the what's the name?
Here we go.
Combine?
Yeah,
Yep.
you're going to the combine.
You're right there. You have like a little stroke.
I almost had a seizure. Check this out. So, because I'm really mad about it.
Why are you mad? You don't want to. You don't want to. You got to go to California with Jenks and Anna and see all the celebrities. No one goes to India anymore. No one.
But all right, if you're nobody sends the vice president to do stuff. They send the president.
So
I'm the number
when,
one
when,
draft.
when it's too dangerous. When it's too dangerous, they send the vice president.
All I'm saying is, if you're not what we call a scout here in the building, me and you are 2 non-scouts. All right?
Yeah.
Because it ain't in our title. But out of the two top non-scouts, we are the other two best scouts in the building. Now, the ranking is Fred Smoot 1, Logan Paulsen
Jenks,
2.
have you heard about this?
Yes.
Okay. So let me just say this. I think if we went and we looked across the longitudinally, looked at the first picks we did, where they're at now, I think I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Now I will say,
How much of this is based on Emmanuel Forbes?
Stop.
Jakes, yes, we need more of this.
Stop.
We need more
Because if it's Emmanuel Forbes, he just went to almost to the Super Bowl.
So this is what I say. Fred. Someone needs to do the legwork, right? Like you're just a natural talent. How many guys have you watched this year, you think, so far?
Solo, I probably watched about 40 guys.
So I'm at 120 right now.
God,
and he still gets it wrong.
So, but I'm just saying, someone's got to aggregate the data for you, man. I got to give you the reports. Someone's got to come in your office and be like, I think this guy's good.
But see, I don't trust your reports.
But that's the thing, though, is you do trust him because you take my takes all the time. Everyone knows this. It's a fact. So as much as he wants to give me a hard time, right? He's using my work, man. I put the man hours in. You know what I'm saying?
Next week, Fred's going to be like, I've looked at about 120 players.
Yeah. Listen, see, it's a difference between Schmootalytics and Logan.
That
Lytics.
is true.
It's
That is
like
true.
Logan Lytics.
No one's disputing that.
The one thing about it, he's so analytical.
Yes,
He
very much
forgets
so.
he used to be
In a
an
great way.
athlete.
It is
he
true.
forget he used to be an athlete. See, me, the first test you got to pass with me is Schmootalytics is the eye test.
Okay.
I just want to see you play football. I don't want to hear no numbers. I don't want to do nothing. Show me the guy playing football so I can take a passion meter. Because the passion meter is going to tell me how long this guy going to play in the NFL. Because when talent don't separate you no more, when work ethic don't separate you no more, passion is the only thing you got.
Okay, then let me ask this question because I think it's
Ask me.
All right. So, so here's the thing. I absolutely believe there's something to be said for the eye test. Does this person love football? Do they have the passion? So how do you balance that out against looking at the numbers and going deeper into the tape?
All right, let's lose for example. Compadre, workmate,
Okay.
London Fletcher.
Okay.
How could the NFL look over a run? I want to hear about where you played it. A linebacker that runs a 4.3 40 at 235 pounds. It's something there.
Yeah.
It's a room on his roster. Now, if I go watch him play the game and he's the all-time leading tackler in John Carroll history, which is just him and other three more dudes, all right? Mm-hmm. I got to give this guy a chance, and I got to draft this guy.
So I had an interesting conversation with someone about that recently, right? Talking about Fletch and some of these guys that people used to miss on. He's like, people don't miss on those guys anymore because you have services like, I'm going to use this name, like PFF, where every game is categorized and everything's broken down, right? So all of a sudden, the scout, I was talking, this was 3 or 4 years ago, I was like, you have people come in for tryouts now. Like the tryout and the UDFAs come in at the same time and they work together for practice or whatever. He's like, we know. We know their 40s. We know their arm length in a way that we never used to know. Like 15, 20 years ago, London could easily slip through the cracks, right? Because John Carroll, small school, maybe your scout missed that day, didn't get the report. Now everything is digital. Everything shows up. So I think the receiver at the Senior Bowl this year from John Carroll, right? He's there. Nobody, right? Because people are locked into those positions.
And he ripped it up.
He ripped it up. They're locked into those positions at a much higher level now because it's so talk about aggregating data. They can aggregate so much more data now. And so no one slips through the cracks. I think NIL is another thing that helps out Fred a lot. I don't know how you feel about that.
Yeah.
But now everyone's going to bigger schools. So if you're a good...
They're upgrading.
Correct.
They upgrade. Now, I was watching David Bailey.
Oh, okay.
I love it. I was watching David.
Does he pass the eye test?
Oh, yes, sir. My eyes are big like it's on Animate TV. Watching David Bailey, I end up watching somebody else. The middle linebacker, Rodriguez.
Yeah, good player.
Realizing that he used to be a quarterback. All right, so when I did some background, I'm like, used to be a quarterback, played this physical. Oh, that's why he's so heady and smart. He's just playing chess out there.
So I'm glad you brought him up because he's an interesting guy because he's a guy that I think would pass the eye test 100%. The Schmootalytics eye test, he's in there, right? Because he makes plays. I think I don't the turnover. He's got forced fumbles, interceptions.
I'm talking about interceptions to the house.
Very, very high in those metrics, right? Great with the ball in his hands because he used to be a quarterback, right? The thing is he's a little bit small, arms a little bit short. is he a good athlete at the combine? He's going to interview well, right?
Yeah.
So like he's going to check a lot of these boxes, but like you talk about minimum thresholds for positions. Like there's reasons linebackers don't have 29-inch arms, right? Because the offensive linemen have 34-inch arms. They got to fight those guys off, right?
Kangaroo is what we call it.
They can't run a 4.9 because they got to match a running back that runs a 4.3. So that to me is a really good example of Smootalytics versus analytics, because he passes the you watch the film, you're like, that dude's a ball player.
Yeah.
But like I think it's important to remember that the NFL game is different than the college game.
It is.
And that's where, to me, some of those advanced analytic numbers show up a little bit.
All right. Do you think, because I always say it's a give and a take, if somebody's overly athletic, that means they probably ain't as intelligent. They don't use their intelligence. Yeah. With him being as intelligent as he is, could that fill in the gap for having shorter arms to help him get out blocks? I mean, because he has play recognition.
You know better than me. I mean, we both know because we played, right? Like that intelligence is huge, especially at a position like linebacker.
Yeah.
Like the intelligence at a position like defensive end or like defensive tackle, nose guard, not as important, right? I want athletes. Give me athletes there, and we can train you up and coach you up. Linebacker, you need some of that intuitive football knowledge to be good at the position. So that's where it's like, to me, one of the hardest positions to do now is linebacker, because you got to cover, you got to fit runs. They're trying to exploit you, so
you got to be able to make checks.
Correct.
Antonio Pierce,
my
classmate that came out with me, did not get drafted. We drafted guys before him. We brought him in as an undrafted free agent. Did not have the biggest athletic threshold, but here he was Professor X.
Okay,
that Professor X took him to the Giants to win a Super Bowl.
That's why he's the best. That's why he's the best.
No, it took him to a Super Bowl. His mind did, not his body. All right? So sometimes I have to say, do we overlook the football player because of the numbers?
It's interesting. I was at the combine a couple years ago, Jenks.
Yeah.
And I was talking to a guy, and I said, like, how do you weigh it? You know? And we were talking about tight ends specifically. Yeah. And he's like, so you can be big, strong, and fast, right? You can be smart, and you can love ball, right? And you have to be two of those three things. And so with a guy like a linebacker, right, for example, where like the passion and the love for the ball and the love of the game can help you overcome some of the physical limitations.
Yes.
Like I cite myself. Again, I was never like a great football player, but I played in the NFL for 10 years, undrafted free agent.
Yeah.
I didn't hit any physical metric for teams in the NFL. Like a lot of teams wanted me to play offensive line. I don't know if I've ever told you that story. They said, we want you to play offensive guard.
Oh, did not know that.
Yeah. And so, but here, like I got in the building, I studied my face off. I knew all the checks. I knew the run looks. I knew the techniques. And I was able to kind of carve a role for myself because of the time on task I was able to spend.
Yeah.
And so that's something that like the interviews at the combine are so important for. Is like, does this guy love football? And is he a good enough athlete where he can use that love to stay in the league for a while and make some plays for
Let me ask you some of that data. There's going to be a nerd question.
Data. What's correct?
So, but I found this when I was doing a lot of sports betting, right? Because you can go into the numbers, you can look at closing.
Do you have a problem, or we?
I did.
Oh, but we're okay now.
It's handled.
No. You got to realize when he called 1-800-GAMBLER, I answered the phone. Jinx, this you?
But you can go into metrics. You can look at line movement. You can look at closing line value trends. You can go statistic after statistic after statistic, which you can also do in evaluating players. And you can get lost in those numbers and kind of lose sight of the forest for the trees. So is there a point when you say, okay, I focus on this particular set, or I can get too lost if I focus too much in the numbers?
So I will say this is where I think having Fred's like perspective, just like I like what the guy looks like, is when you talk to scouts, what you'll find is they'll use data to support the player.
Yeah.
Correct.
So I remember last year talking to somebody about Will Campbell, and Will Campbell's got short arms. He's got no wingspan. He's got this slight frame. They're like, well, he loves ball and his feet are good. So, like, we're fine. Like, we're going to ignore that.
And he had passion because he said, I'm going to die for my quarterback.
Yeah, and so again,
and
like,
he did.
So that's an example where, like, the scout was like, oh, yeah, like these metrics, which are like 32-inch arms for a lot of teams is like a non-draftable thing.
I can't
and they were just like, we don't worry about that because, like, he interviewed so well. These other, like, the 40 was good, right? And so they kind of look into this other data. So I do find that, like, in the scouting community, even though it's like analytics, data, we're going to, like, there's a little bit of the, like, I like him and I'm going to find some numbers to support them.
What I like.
Because you can find whatever you like. And so I think coming to the combine, like, that's something that's always really eye-opening. As I remember a couple years ago, people were talking about J.C. Latham, the tackle that now plays for Tennessee.
Yeah.
And they were saying, like, oh, his foot speed's a little bit slow, but, like, look at this grip strength number.
Yeah.
And I was like, Okay.
What about the speed rushers? What about the speed?
Yeah. And so but it's just funny to hear people kind of use data to talk themselves into stuff.
Right.
Because so I have things that I look at, right? So one of the things is like 40 times for tackles, and people say, why? If you look at the top, like so your Panay Sewells, your Trent Williams, your Tristan Wirfs, they always run a sub 540.
Yeah.
Like so that athletic threshold for those guys
It's so high.
is extremely important.
Yeah.
So like if you run a sub 540, like Amarius Mims when he ran that, it was like a 4.9 whatever it was, and he's 350. I was like, he's probably going to be okay.
That's a house.
That's one of those ones. They're just such good athletes. It works out. Arm length is a little bit fungible for me. Like it helps, but it's not the only thing, right? Corners with the L drill is a big one for me too. Yeah. Because it shows they can change direction. Okay. So like that, there's certain things where you're like, I'm going to look at this a little bit more. Go back and watch the film, obviously. But not everything works. But there's a couple, like if you're really fast, you really change direction with a certain position, it works out. So
really, I think with the corner thing, because I was talking to a coach when I came out, like, what are you looking for out of your corners? And he was like, usually if you'd have made it this far and you already at the combine, you already got the ingredients.
Yeah.
Just something inside you that people like. But he was like, I don't like corners that feet don't equal their body.
That's a big one. That's a huge one.
That's a huge thing. And then I got right to the Washington, and the first thing I did was try on champ shoe. We wore the same size. Derek Green, we wore all of us wear those same size shoes.
Seriously?
Yes, and all of us was around the same height. Like, so it was this thing, and I'm like, okay, I see what they saying. They saying if you ain't over 6'2", you don't need to wear 12.
Yeah.
Your feet are too big to pick up and put down. I need them to fit your body type.
It's the same thing with receivers. Like everyone was looking for these tall, 6'3", 6'4" wide receivers. And now you look at the receiver height, average receiver height's going down.
Yeah, 6 feet.
Because the change direction, the acceleration, deceleration is becoming more important. You can't press receivers the same way.
Yeah.
So it's funny how like there's like this weird natural selection process happening with the receiver position to get these guys that are much a very specific type of body type.
Strongest position in the draft
this year?
Yeah.
So strongest beating best at the top or best?
Just say the deepest.
Yeah,
no,
the deepest
just go
position,
the deepest.
most depth where you're going to have, even if maybe you've got a late first round pick, you're going to have some choices.
So I was just doing receivers, and I watched about 25 guys, and I got to like the 25th guy, and I was like, this guy could start for an NFL team.
Okay. Yeah.
If the role is right. And so like I look at, again, the Washington Commanders always come to mind. Like picking at 71, I'm like, there will be
a
good receiver there.
Yeah.
And we're not talking like just a guy that's going to be like a special teams guy. Like, Reggie Virgil from Texas Tech, he's 6'2", he's 190 pounds, right? There's Ted Hurst from Georgia State, who's 6'3", he's 205.
He can run.
There's some big body, Josh Cameron from Baylor, he's 6'2", he's 230 pounds, he can run. Like, so, and that's all going to be probably in that, third round range.
Yeah.
And I think like, you see the explosiveness, you see the physicality, you see now those are not perfect prospects by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
There's some route running, some physicality issues, but like the body type's there, man.
Yeah.
And the athlete's there.
I say corner is so deep. When I say so deep, McCoy, who was one of my favorites, didn't even play this year from Tennessee.
Yeah.
But his film from the year before, he could have went top 10 the year before. LSU,
what's his name?
Delaner?
It's I'll look it up for you.
It's a long name.
Let's help this guy out, right?
Let's give this guy some bump.
It's just so many dudes, I think, at the cornerback position.
Fred, I'd say, do you think it's got a long tail? Because I think, like you said, the top is...
Well, then you get to the third round with a guy like Puns from Indiana.
Mansour Delane.
Delaney.
That's a great name, by the way.
Yeah.
Mansour.
So also you got the corner from Miami that I think would go in the third round, who made all the plays.
Keontae Scott, is that the one?
Yeah. So it's guys out there, and every time that I did another simulation, I would go down and try to pick somebody else. I'd be like, wow, I really like this kid too.
Yeah.
So and as I kept going with the cornerbacks, I like it's deeper than you think.
See, I'll have to talk to you. I got to talk to Fred about his Smootalytics for this because, like, when I watch corners, I'm like, man, is this guy, are his feet good enough? Is he too handsy? That's the other thing. When you watch college cornerbacks, they don't call PI the same way they call in the NFL.
They're grabby.
Right.
So they're really grabby. And
yeah,
so
they're grabby.
And so when I see grabby, when I used to see grabby like 3 or 4 years ago, I'm like, we can't do that. But they've kind of shifted how they call the PI stuff.
Yeah.
So now I got
They allow a lot of grabbing all the time.
Dude, all
They
the time.
allowed him to wrestle.
wrestle. So
You don't want a guy who makes a habit of getting away with that.
So bigger corners tend to be better in college than they are in the league.
You're right about that.
So it's like that's where the foot speed stuff becomes really important.
Because we got corners in college right now that's 6 feet tall, 6'4".
Dude, there's two guys from UW who are 163, 164, like legit 6'4".
So now we was getting the guys that was too short to be forwards in basketball. They was coming to play tight end.
Yeah.
And they was coming to play wide receiver. Now they coming to play corner.
Well, in college, but I wonder if that skills, because you don't see that at the NFL level. You don't see a lot of 6'4" corners.
Yeah.
Those guys tend to move to safety because the foot.
Woolen did a good job of it.
Because the foot speed issue.
Yeah, well, he's a 4'3" guy.
Yeah, right.
So you have seen the Who Is This Man segment that we ran out in San Francisco featuring you.
Yeah. It was very.
I think we wanted to get your live reaction on that.
My live reaction is talk about stealing candy from a baby. It's like if I took a I can't even think of any other person like Will Compton before he was famous.
You better not tell Will that.
Or Reed Dowdy. If I took a picture of Reed Dowdy and was like, "Do you know who this is?" And Reed Dowdy was a great player here.
Yeah.
Really physical, Daniel, good special teams player. Like, and I was in San Francisco for about 9 months.
But you from California.
Yeah, I'm from California, but I'm from Southern California, right? So maybe, I don't know, man. Like, and plus, that's a crazy picture of me. Like, it's not like
Look at that hair.
No, you got the Thor going.
Yeah, no, the Thor going. I got a strong mustache. Strong mustache. You know what I mean?
I enjoyed it.
I know you did, because you're a mean person. You're a mean person.
I'm a happy person. I could be the happiest person you know.
So I kind of wonder. I mean, you're kind of famous now, but if before you went to Barstool, if we had done this with you,
they would have knew who I was.
Nobody would have known who you were.
Let me tell you
that old little pencil mustache you had there.
No.
Anna, do we have a picture of that?
This is what I realized after my career. I became I became just as popular than I did when I was in my career. Don't forget, I have worked for all the major networks. I have worked for ESPN on First Take. I have done so much TV that my TV is starting to match my football.
But if we took you to if we took that picture of you,
take me to Boise, Idaho.
No,
they'll be like, "That's Fred Smoot."
So took you back to Mississippi.
Oh, everybody know me there.
Oh God!
I bet you at the college campus, nobody, not a soul.
First of all, they have, in the new athletic thing, they have a rendering of me that's almost 60 feet tall.
No way.
In the field house. Hey, listen, I am all over that campus. It's the only place I probably can go in America and nobody knows me. And this legitly is 2 places.
Nobody knows you?
The National Cathedral.
That's New Hampshire and Vermont.
Oh.
That's it.
Got a big presence in Alaska?
No, I do. Ice cold. That's me. All I'm saying is this.
I will say, Jenks, like the most confident man I've ever met. Like the most confident person I've ever seen in my life.
I've been famous and infamous. Remember that. But that all works into the person. All right? Listen, me and Kayla K, Anna, walking down the street in San Francisco every day. All right? And guess what? People were just smooth. I'm talking all over the place. I ain't got cameras behind me.
No, I'm saying that's the Barstool thing now, though. That's right.
That's the youth learning me. Like, this is what I realized with
the youth learning me is a crazy thing to say.
No, the youth watches that sector of sports.
Yeah,
that's true.
They and I have realized my presence with them has went up. But when it comes to 35 and older, my presence has already been there. Don't forget, I got a last name don't nobody else got. All right, so I'm not forgettable. Like some people are forgettable. When I first met Logan, forgettable. Right? Forget him. But now he ain't.
See, I remembered him immediately. I was like, he's so strong.
He's a big guy.
He's
he's a big guy.
He'd look great with long hair.
He does this thing where he just like to pick humans up for no reason. He can't be doing it. It's 2026.
It's like I can't contain my excitement.
Yeah.
Like when I see Jenks, I'm like, gotta pick him up.
Man, I was like, I gotta talk with Logan.
I had to tell him
he can injure me.
My kids ask me, Dad, what you doing on that grown man's shoulders? He treats me like a baby every time I see him. He treats me like an infant and picks me up.
I'm getting better about not picking people up.
Yeah, man, you gotta stop doing that.
I'm growing up a little bit. You know?
You gotta stop doing that, man.
So you're going to the Combine? Is there a special show?
Yeah, we're going to do Drive to the Draft podcast. Ooh. So we'll do a podcast every day. Fred, you can come on whenever you want. Standing invitation. I know you're a busy man.
I want to come in. I want to be combative. I want to come in.
Fair enough.
I just want to compete. I just like to compete.
Let's compete then. So, yeah, Drive to the Draft. We got a podcast every day reviewing all the drills. And, we're the only show, I think, that reviews every single drill. because it's all the stuff that NFL Network doesn't show. So that'll be nice if you want that extra insight. If you're a true draft psycho,
and it's a lot of them out there. Believe me,
there are a lot of draft.
Like the one thing the everyday man think he can get right, he might not think he can play the game. He think he can pick athletes.
So this is one of the things that I love about the draft. So I watched a lot of guys, but I watch 120 guys.
Yeah.
I talked to the head of scouting for a team last year. You know how many guys he watched? 500 guys. Yeah. And so the fact that there's like Joe Schmo on their couch watching YouTube highlights, it's like, I know it better than this.
Right. They do
have
feel it.
No idea the amount of time and work.
And that's their full-time job.
No. Can we give them this?
Who?
Let's just say they are from a certain state. They live in this certain state.
I will
and
say
they've
that.
been watching these guys for 4 years. Can we give them the fact that they do? If they've been watching Alabama and Auburn for 4 years, they know these guys.
That's a great example. It's like Fletch is a good one, like for Ohio State, because like he
didn't even go to Ohio.
I know, but he claims Ohio State.
Yeah, remember on the radio, he was like, we,
like,
and
that's why
Logan
they
comes in, he
lost.
goes, heard a few too many we's there.
You're like, you never went to Ohio State, but he'll call out Cornell Tate, baby.
But he knows those because he's watched them.
Because he's watched them.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
So I give them that, especially if they're from this place, so they maybe know the high school ball.
Yeah.
And they know these guys that stay in the
I
States.
100% agree with that. I do think the one thing though with those guys that are so local is like they know he knows the Ohio State guys like the back of his hand.
And the North Carolina guys.
But you ask him to compare the Ohio State guys to
Michigan.
Yeah, it's like I don't even know who that guy is, right? So like you just lose the comparison, right? Of like being able to say, oh, this guy versus this guy, building a board, that type of thing. So
man's headed to the combine.
Well, if you think you can be a better draft guru than me and Logan, speak up, forever, hold your peace. All right, speak up. If you think you're better than us, speak up, and maybe we'll give you the chance through our shows to compete against us.
Dude, that would
Drive to the draft.
It's a good
we
show.
would do a draft off with a fan. How about that, Logan?
That's not a bad idea, dude.
I
That's
think
a really
that's a
idea.
good idea. We're going to give the man on the couch, and that's going to be your name. No matter the man or the woman on the couch, we going to give you a chance to outdraft.
Did you think of this just right now?
Just right now.
That is
actually a great idea.
That's a great idea.
Let's do that.
Let's make that happen. All we got to do is Anna, Kayla, they going to make it happen.
Here's an idea. You guys get on it.
Figure it out. Also, I will say the new set, it's really comfortable. I feel very comfortable in here. It's really nice.
That's what it's fun, because it's about conversation.
It's nice down here, guys.
Conversation.
I feel like we're in an old basement. You know what I mean?
As you see, you see, we got the little game machine over there getting loud. We got Jinx when he was young, hair still going. Look at that young Fred.
I think your hair's better now, Jinx.
We got the older guys right there. By the way, I did an event with Gary at the stadium this weekend, so I went back and watched the '88 Super Bowl, first play to the last play. I think you should do it. It's crazy how great those guys were.
Oh, man, they were so good.
Doug was laying that ball out.
How did you watch it? Was it just like on YouTube or something?
YouTube.
Oh,
I went to YouTube, snatched it up, watched it play for play. It was, I can only wonder how the fans of Washington felt watching that game as they just exploded play after play on John Elway.
But how different is the game then from now?
Well, I can say this: Coach Gibbs' offense revolutionized.
I know it did, but I'm saying like it's so funny going back and watching old games.
Yeah, watching the game.
It's just different.
Did I tell you this story? So I was at Tight End University a couple years ago. Dallas Clark came, one of my all-time favorite icons at the position. And so he was like, hey, like when you get straight cover 3. So basically, like anytime you were in 12 personnel, teams used to play 8-man box, play cover single.
Drop the square on safe.
And so Indy would just take Dallas Clark and put him at the slot receiver, and they would put like a linebacker out there that wouldn't check him, and he would just run up the seam and catch the ball. And I was like, there is no way in hell that would actually happen in today's NFL, right? Because people are too smart. They're going to play nickel. It was
the game
crazy.
has grown.
It was crazy to see how much it had changed, even in the last 25 years.
Yeah. Well, watching the game, I can say this: Ricky Sanders could play today.
You think so? That's always fun when you see a guy like that whose skill is transferable.
Because he was very Steve Smithish in a way that you could tell he played running back in high school and converted to a wide receiver. So he was strong enough to break the tackles. He did not need to. He was fast enough to run past you, but all he needed to do was catch a hitch and take a hitch to the house. Gary was Inside, it was just hard to stop Gary. And Timmy Smith, my God, did they even touch Timmy Smith?
Game of his life.
They did not. Every time I look up, Timmy Smith was running down the field. It was a crazy. If you haven't seen that game and you want to feel better about us, go watch that game. Go watch 1988 and see and bask in the glory of what made this team great.
And get ready for Logan at the combine. Anna, are you drinking a Cutwater? I thought she walked out like, I've had enough of this draft.
Like, it's early. Got to get cutty.
Thanks, Logan.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah.
Anytime,
Always
man.
a blast.
Best number 2 I ever met.
Commanders fans, SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of Hail to the Commanders and here to help you experience all the action from football to funk and any other live events at Northwest Stadium. SeatGeek has the ticket. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Washington Commanders and Northwest Stadium. And huddle up, Commanders fans. The Commanders Golden Pass raffle is operated by the Virginia Lottery and gives you the chance to win the ultimate fan experience. Tickets, VIP treatment, special appearances by Washington legends, and much more. Limited tickets available, so visit VALottery.com/commanders to enter the raffle today. It's VALottery.com/commanders. And break. My vision's going.
Hey,
this is double to me.
Do you feel like it?
I'm going to have to
That's
start.
because you get close to marriage.
I'm going to have to
It's
start
like-
wearing
it's
glasses.
like
I don't wanna
marriage
do that.
And vision starts to go.
It's happening. Over the past 3 months, I'm like, my vision is starting to
Like your body starts to give
the
up.
worst.
I got married before. I know how I feel.
You think it's marriage?
Listen. I'm gonna tell you a couple things that happened instantly with marriage.
I'm April 25th, so I'm about 2 months away.
This is what I'm gonna tell you. Eyesight starts to leave. Gut starts to protrude.
Oh my God.
Want to. Instantly.
Want to.
You know how you just, when you're single, you just want to do stuff for
Yeah.
no reason. But not married, you want to leave. Like I wanted to, no. But the boys wanted to, no.
No.
It's just no want to. Like, I'm sorry, man.
I had put on like 5 pounds.
And guess what? Nobody in the house gonna tell you. Like it's one of these
Vision's
things.
good. It's all downhill from
Yeah,
here.
it's all downhill, brother. Congratulations, though. You wanted it, you got it.
I got to tighten it up.
Yeah.
Voicemails. Anna's back.
Yes, excited to be here. I'm excited to be with you guys. Thank you, everybody, for leaving your voicemails. You left a ton, so if we didn't get to them this episode, some of them I'm pushing to next episode.
All right.
And please keep leaving them because it's really fun to hear from you guys and get all your thoughts. All right, we'll start with our first one.
Hey, Jenks, Fred, Anna, Kayla, Kay, Amanda, the whole crew. How do you do? Fred from Florida, man. I know it's a little early looking at some of the scouting, some of these guys in the draft. My question to you, Fred, is I like that Caleb Downs or that DN rusher as the first pick at 7 there. But I was wondering what you think. Do you think a DB like Caleb Downs or that kid from Emmanuel McNeil Warren, guy like that, big physical guy, being a DB and a safety like that, is that? Do you think a position like that has more of an impact a little sooner than a DN rusher? Hey, keep up the great work. Love you all. Hail to the Commanders. Thank you.
Love you, man.
You know what? As a DB, I love DBs, but nobody can have an impression on the game like somebody in the trenches.
Mm-hmm.
The ball is hiked there. Every plate starts there. Protection starts there. DN, rushing starts. Everything starts at the line of scrimmage. So a DN is going to have a quicker effect to a team than a safety.
Plus, can't you cover for a lot of deficiencies once you're pressuring a quarterback?
I don't need great corners if I got great D-line.
Right.
That's the whole thing about it.
Yeah.
All right, next question is from a fan, and they will appreciate your input.
What's up, Fred? One of the baddest DBs to ever play the game.
From your lips to God is.
I'm just calling to let you know that I always watch the show, and you and James, you guys are killing it.
Thank
But
you.
really quick, our defense is going to be top notch. I have a feeling, I have a hunch. So I know, the Seattle Seahawks call, their defense the dark side, and they once called their defense the Legion of Boom.
Yeah.
But how about we call our defense DC Venom or Dark Venom?
DC doesn't.
Because once
Venom?
our
DC Venom
defense
or Phantom?
turn it
I
up a
can't tell.
notch and being a top 10 or top 5 defense, we're going to be a problem to be reckoned with. So take it up to, the fan base, and let's try to have that identity, if you don't mind.
Okay.
So, okay, a name for the defense.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if he was saying Phantom or Venom.
I think it was Venom.
Venom?
I could be wrong. I could be
Okay,
wrong.
you guys weigh in the comments.
Yeah.
What do you think our defense should be called?
If
The
they-
gold standard.
Or what do you think,
I like
Fred?
the gold standard if they actually
If they,
understand.
they got to yeah.
I like the Navy SEALs too.
Oh.
Cause you know what?
I was not expecting that.
Anytime something started off, the SEALs are the first people to go.
Mhm.
They have to do everything the Army do, the Navy do. They have to learn every
Everything.
art, every trade. All right? And I want to send these 11 SEALs in there. All right, just dropping them in the water, then they hit land. All right, the Navy SEALs.
But doesn't there need to be, some sort of matching color? I mean, Navy.
Well, come on, we the commanders, man.
Well, okay, that's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
What if I told you? What if I text you and said, "Jinx the SEALs after you"? You ain't worried?
That's true.
You're not worried? Listen, man. Maybe I can. Fans, help us come up with a name for a dominant defense. All right?
We got to get there, though.
Because my group, we was named Top Flight Security.
That's one of my favorite audio clips, and I've seen the video clip too.
Yeah.
Is when you're hyping up everyone. You're
Yeah.
like top five on three, top flight. I love
Hey,
it.
Top Flight
Love that.
Security, man.
Love that.
And our day.
So good, so good.
All right, last one.
Intern Amanda, Kayla, Anna, Jinx, Mood. What's up? It's your boy, Traveling Jay. Hey,
Traveling.
Guys, check it out. Got a couple questions. I know we're heading into the draft time and all that, and I've heard several mock drafts already. I've heard edge rusher. I've heard middle linebacker.
Sunny
And I've
style.
actually heard
Arbel Reese?
a running back, which kind of surprised me. Some
That's
guy named
right.
Love. I don't know who he is.
Jeremiah can play now.
Snoop, can you help me with that?
Mhm.
Also, wanted to give you guys your flowers. You nailed it at the Super Bowl. Absolutely nailed it. Saw it all on YouTube. So proud of you. I'm glad you're doing well. Anna, if you don't get some type of producer for a podcast, I don't know what's going on. All right, guys. This is Traveling Jay. He's out.
Traveling
Jay.
I thought we were running to Traveling Jay in San Francisco.
And I just want to say thanks for the Super Bowl comments. Also, we do have an amazing team. Anna, Kayla,
We got the group,
Caroline,
Amanda, yeah.
Yoke it was an awesome effort by everybody involved.
And the interviews were great. I thought Riggins were great.
Rigo was great. Yeah.
And congratulations on him making $500,000
Oh, my
off of that
God.
Super Bowl jersey. I thought the Darren Woodson interview was great. And I'm going to tell you who one of my favorites regardless. I love Andre Reed. Listen.
Completely underrated, too.
I am one of the biggest Andre Reed fans. I was a big fan before I got to meet him.
Mm-hmm.
And when I got to meet him and see how nice and cool he is,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, this is one of the best people on earth. Andre Reed, get your roses now. I love Jim Kelly. I got a chance to run into Jim Kelly.
Oh, did you?
Great person. Not at the Super Bowl. I ran into Jim Kelly earlier.
Okay.
I love me some Jim Kelly. The only other out of the three I need to run into is Thurman
Thomas, yeah.
I haven't ran into Thurman Thomas, and I think people forget about Kenneth Davis.
Kenneth Davis could play, man.
They forget about Kenneth Davis. Who was the tight
That's a
end for that
good
team?
call. It wasn't Zeke Mowat, was it? No, that was a Giant.
No, you think about Kevin Muwai, I think he was thinking
Yeah.
about right there. Great trivia right there. Who was the Bills Super Bowl tight
God, I
end?
forget. It's going back.
Yeah.
Good call, though.
Yeah.
All right, and that's it for voicemails for this week.
Thanks,
Excited
guys.
to hear more from you guys next week. Thank you always for calling and leaving us your emails.
Most definitely, man.
So, Cutwater Confessions.
Yes.
Should the Commanders draft, very generic here, but offensively or defensively? Or are you of the mindset, look, you just take the best player?
available.
Yeah.
Well, I think when you say best player available, tell me what state your team is in. Because to me, you can only go best player available when you're a playoff team.
Yeah.
When you're trying to build a roster, I need certain positions to be the cornerstone.
I mean, right now, I will say that the Buckeyes probably have as much pro talent coming out
than anybody.
Than anybody. You could not go wrong choosing Ohio just
but
based
I
on them alone.
cannot. When I got a
I
top
know.
15, top 10 receiver, I cannot take another receiver in the top 10. All right,
I've seen some. There are some projections out there that have the Commanders taking Carnell Tate at 7.
I can't. All right, I like Cardinal Tate. When I break him down, tall guy can run. But when I take receivers in the top 10, I need Jamar Chase.
You better have a one of one. And as good as he is, I don't think
ain't
he's
that.
a one of one. Right.
Like, as good as he and guess what? Do I think he could be one of the better 1Bs?
Right.
Maybe. But I can't take you as a 1B in the top 10.
1,000%.
All right, so they would probably force me to say defense because is Sonny Styles worth 7? Yeah. Arvell Reese? Oh, yeah.
Caleb Downs?
Yeah.
All bucket, which is crazy.
Bain? Yes.
Yes.
David Bailey?
Yes.
All right, so it's some guys that's worth it. But some guys, I'm not reaching at 7.
Right.
I'm not reaching at 7 for you. I'm just not going to do it. I would say defensive side of the ball because we don't need a tackle.
Mm-hmm.
We got our 2 tackles.
Yeah.
All right? That's who I take in the top 10. I got a quarterback. I don't need a quarterback. That's who I take in the top 10. As much as I love Jeremiah Love, I say he reminds me of Darren McFadden.
Okay.
I can't take him in the top 10. I'm just not there.
It's hard.
Just,
it's not necessarily fair, but
if he was Saquon or
Right.
Jahmyr Gibbs, I
Right.
could take him in the top 10. Because they game breakers. It's a difference. It's a difference. Like, every draft is not created equal.
right.
All right? Every draft don't have a Michael Vick in it. Every draft don't have a Julius Peppers in it.
Yeah.
Every draft don't have these dudes, these Terrell Suggs. They don't have these dudes in every draft. And I'm tired of people thinking because these guys were good in college, they're going to be good in the pros, and they not. I see it every year. And I can usually tell when a guy not. Now, I'm going to tell you what's making the picture very clearer.
Okay.
The NIL.
Yes.
It's clearing up the murky picture of who can play for pay and who can't play for pay.
I think it's exactly right. So, I got a cutwater confession.
Yeah, what you got?
Anna will relate to this. Anna sent my favorite text over the past week. So, I got hacked on X.
I thought, listen, and they was doing.
Tana got hacked too.
So that's when I was like, is it somebody we kicking it around or something?
First of all, about a couple days before this happened, Tana posted something about Bitcoin, right?
And which he never posted.
Which he never does, but I liked it just like, all right, Tana, do your thing. Immediately, my DMs start blowing up, and I'm like, Tana's talking more on Instagram I've ever. He's like, hey, man, you really interested? I made $26,000. I'm this doesn't sound like Tana at all.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I'll talk to you next time I see you. I put it like that. Here's my girl. Text her right now. And I was like, this is not him.
Yeah, that ain't him.
Yeah. Then I got on X, and I had someone send me a DM. I was like, this looks suspicious. I just liked it, hearted it, but I'm like, I'm not going to click on this link. Didn't matter. I got locked out of everything. I couldn't get out everything. And let me tell you something. Trying to get your account back
is almost impossible.
And so I knew it was going to be bad, and I was freaking out at the airport, and Catherine was like, it's not that big deal. You can get back. I was like, no, it is a big deal because these guys are going to start posting things.
Oh,
So
and I seen it post.
Oh, my favorite one. Happy Valentine's Day, y'all. Gifted myself a brand new Mercedes G-Wagon. The grind is real. Get with me into crypto. And I was like, oh, my God, this is so embarrassing. So Anna texts me. It was so funny. She goes, hey, Jinx, I think you might have been hacked, but if not, congratulations on your new Mercedes.
No, they don't see him post nothing about a car.
I didn't know. I was like, I'm shocked he bought a car because, like,
He don't own a car. He's
own a car.
anti-car.
Like, you don't.
He's always
you're
been anti-car.
Mr. Uber, like, you know.
I knew
or
you had,
Lyft.
when I seen it, because I said I just seen this on Tanners. He done got hacked. So in my head, I'm next. Because I'm the only one in the loop that ain't got hacked. So I was like, you know what? That's because I did not respond. I either tap
I'm not
on
doing that ever again.
any of that. I'm glad I stayed clear. My cutwater confession.
And another thing is, it took a week to get that back, and it took There were a couple other people in DC media who got hacked.
Yeah.
I reached out to one of those guys who hooked me up with a VP of a pharmaceutical company in DC,
Yeah.
who hooked me up with someone who works in the pharmaceutical area for X. And through all that chain, I finally was able to get it taken care of after a week. That's what it took. Imagine just going through the regular protocols. I mean, I got
Yes.
really lucky.
All I remember is San Francisco as the sun went up over the Golden Gate Bridge as I stared across the bay.
Mm-hmm.
Lonely morning, I took off without y'all guys.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the night never ended. And I just want to say my confession was until you have watched the sun rise over the bay of San Francisco, you too have not lived. Right? Did I go out there for that? No. It just happened that I was up at 6:15. And I was right near the Golden Gate Bridge.
It's beautiful.
And it was magical. Right? So some things are meant to be saw for yourself. And I got to see it. It was great.
I'm glad you got to experience that.
Thank you.
Yeah. May we all be able to experience the rising of the sun in San Francisco.
As I sit there and listen to Marvin Gaye.
Oh, did
It
you?
was great. Yeah, it was great.
That sounds like a great morning. You will. That's it for the Get Loud podcast. Look out. We're going to like Marvin Gaye, like Smooth.
I love Marvin Gaye. One of my favorite, if not my favorite artists.
He's a great. That's Smooth. I'm James. See you next week.
The Get Loud podcast was filmed at the Big Bear AI Command Center Studios. Big Bear AI offers mission-ready AI for a rapidly evolving world and proudly protecting the Washington Commanders and his fans.
The views and opinions expressed by our podcast guests and or hosts are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Washington Commanders or any of their representatives.